the next year. With the Saints, their quarterback room, outside, they got to add somebody. If they're going to do this, then the fans shouldn't even show up. Going down to the Superdome is one of the best places to watch a sporting event, I'd say in North America, period. I don't care what league, what sport, the Superdome, when the Saints are good, just average. Place is jumping. It's like a whole party in that place. Who's getting excited for Tyler Shuck and Spencer Rattler and Jake Hayner? Nobody. Start printing up your Arch Manning jerseys. Just get ahead of the trend. It's the JR Sport Brief Show here with you coast to coast on the Infinity Sports Network. 888-710-4ISN. That's 888-710-4ISN. Derek Carr, career done. How about this? When we come back, we're waiting on, his career might be ending. We got some basketball careers that are getting ready to start. The NBA is holding its draft lottery in a matter of minutes. In the next 40 minutes, we're going to find out who has the number one selection in the NBA draft in June's 2025 draft, okay? Of course, we'll keep you updated on that. We got the Celtics and Knicks getting ready for action. Knicks are trying to
go ahead and take it back for the national anthem.
Bad hair day? Bad day at the office? Bad day behind the wheel? Hey, stuff happens, even to the best of us. At least your car insurance rate doesn't have to take a hit. Get Erie Rate Lock from Erie Insurance. Gives you a great rate that stays put until you change a car, driver, or your address. Plus, seriously good service. Now that's something to smile about.
Your Erie agent in Columbia is Barger Insurance Agency. Get a quote at 270-384-2457.
Erie Rate Lock does not guarantee continued insurance coverage and is not available in all states.
Everyone's talking about the easy way to do your banking. And the best part? It's free. The First and Farmers National Bank mobile banking app allows you the freedom to make the deposit right from your mobile device. While you're on the mobile app, you can also transfer money, pay your bills, and check your balance. If you haven't already, download the First and Farmers National Bank mobile app today. Just one more way we're putting you first. Deposit limits apply. Standard rates and fees may apply from your wireless carrier. First and Farmers National Bank, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
Welcome to Adair County High School for baseball action between your Adair County Indians and the South Warren out of Region 4. And Addie, there's so much static and popping I can't hardly hear myself talk. Can we... Nine and 4 in the region, 3 and 3 in the district. The Indians come in red hot, winners of 9 of the last 10, and 5 of those wins were against top 25 teams. Taylor, LaRue, South Warren, Barron, and number 9 Whitley County in that 1-0 shutout. Isaac Rogers with a 1-0 win on the road. Since we had the last game against LaRue County, which was also a big win, the Indians have defeated Metcalfe County, Somerset, and, as I said, Whitley County. Here's the first pitch, the battery day for Adair County. It's going to be Jagger Kemp to Alex Martin. pitch thrown and lined into center field. That's a base hit as Page leads it off for South Warren with a single. Tell you a little bit about Jagger. Jagger has a 5.01 ERA. He's 2-0 on the year. He's appeared in 10 games. Only started one of those 10. Pitched 22 in the third innings. Allowed 31 hits, 16 earned runs. He's walked 12 versus struck out 34. A really good lead over there at first base for Page. That's going to bring up Perkins. Here's a stretch, a long look in, and pitches up high for a ball. Perkins on the year, only 38 at bats. He's 13 for 38, checks in at 342. Page has backed his lead up to 2.5 steps. Jagger comes in with a pitch that misses upstairs for a ball. 2 balls and no strikes. From the stretch. Here's a pitch. The ball's skied, but it's going to get out of play. 2 balls and a strike. Good rip at it by Perkins. Adair County defeated South Warren last week at South Warren 11-7. We didn't consider that an upset. South Warren was ranked so high when the rest of the Indians down there. So they're looking for revenge today, and the Indians are looking to keep this thing rolling. There's a 9 out of the last 10. Really playing good baseball. Perkins digs back in. He's ahead in the count. 2 balls and a strike. Page gets a good. Jagger, Kemp, Alex Martin. We saw Alex throw out 3 runners against LaRue County. Here's a ground ball in the 6 hole. Is going to find the left field right between third and shortstop. So Rardon is going to continue his to add to that 475 batting average as he singles into left field, and that's his that's South Warren's second hit of the game. That's going to bring up Krogan. Ty Krogan checks in 365, 19 for 52. He has walked 17 times, so you got to challenge this guy, as he will wait you out. Rardon gets about a 3-step lead over at first. He's going. Martin, here's a throw down. The throw beats him, but Russell doesn't get to the bag. The runner's safe. So a single to lead off the game, a 4-6-3 double play. Now a single and a stolen base. Kemp and Martin have a meeting on the mound. They're looking to strand this 2-out base runner. Ty Krogan, 365, 19 for 52. You do have first base open. Rardon gets a good lead. Here's a pitch. Swung on. Here's a ground ball to Coomer at first, and he's going to take it himself. And that's going to do it for South Warren in the top of the first. No runs. They do get 2 hits. They leave a runner. We're going to the bottom of the first. Indians coming to bat in a 0-0 ball game on the Indian Radio Network.
game or world changers. If you saw Cooper Flagg play at Duke, if you watched him in a tournament, there's no doubt coming out of college, this dude is a bad man. We even heard the stories about how he participated in those open runs with Team USA basketball last year as they were getting ready to prepare. And there's a couple stretches where he had his hand on the game, playing against guys like LeBron and Steph Curry and Kevin Durant. So huge expectations for Cooper Flagg. And before this hour is up, we're going to find out exactly where he is going to go. A matter of fact, in 40 minutes from now, we're going to be joined by Joe Varden from The Athletic. Joe Varden is going to come through and join us to break down what team is probably, well, at that point, we'll know who's going to get Cooper Flagg. And then what impact is this going to have on the rest of the NBA? We know that Giannis Antetokounmpo, we learned, is now open to leaving Milwaukee. If Cooper Flagg ends up on New Orleans, are they now saying, hey, we got to get Zion the hell up on out of here? And so we got some major news that came through today with Giannis. And there's going to be a trickle down as well with what takes place with the lottery. We'll keep you up to date on the NBA Draft Lottery as things continue on. If you want to talk to me, you can. 888-710-4ISN. That's 888-710-4ISN. You can go ahead and find me online as well.
Martin, Coomer, and Russell here in the bottom of the first for Adair County. South Warren out of Region 4 comes to town. Let's give you a few numbers here on Page. The big right-hander. Here's a pitch, down low for a ball. Camden Page, he is appeared in 5 games. He's started 3 of those games. Here's a pitch. Martin, ground ball toward the shortstop. He moves to his left. He throws across the diamond for the first out of the inning. Page started 3 games, only 10 innings pitched, giving up 16 hits and 10 runs, 6.30 ERA. He is 3-0 on the season. So Martin goes 6-3, and it's going to bring up Brayton Coomer. Let me give you some of these numbers. 5.22. Here's the first pitch. Swung on and fouled down the left field line. 36 for 69. He's walked 20 times, 12 doubles, 11 home runs. That leads the state. 30 RBIs. Coomer, the big right-handed hitter. He stands about 6'4". He digs back in against Page. Here's a 1-0 pitch. Curveball, call strike on the outside corner. Coon digs back in. Here's a 0-2 pitch. Swung on. It was a fastball. Skied. The first baseman is going to have room. He's in foul territory. Pearson, and he makes the play. And I'll be honest, he got away with that 0-2 pitch. It was right down the old middle. Coomer just missed it. It's going to bring up Bryce Russell. Not too shabby himself. He's 3rd in the state in home runs. With 7. Pitches up high for a ball. Bryce is hitting .386 on the year, 34 for 88. He also has 10 doubles and 24 runs knocked in. Here's Page, comes set. Here's a pitch. He bounces that one up there. Russell, he's going to dig back in. 2 balls and no strikes. Martin grounded to short. Coomer popped out to the first baseman. Here's a 2-0 pitch. Curveball up high for, whoa, it's called strike. The catcher even dropped it. Don't forget our streaming sponsor, First and Farmers National Bank, banking that's reliably simple. You can go to YouTube, go to WAIN, and you can watch the game there. Stream it on YouTube on the WAIN page. Check out all First and Farmers services on their website, firstandfarmers.com. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's a fastball. It's hit deep to left field. That's out of here. It's a line drive over the left field wall. Bryce Russell has hit his 8th of the year. Adair County leads 1-0 on one swing of the bat with 2 outs here in the first inning. Looks like Russell got a 2-2 fastball that was elevated, and it was not hit high, but it was hit on a direct line over the left field fence. Jasper Kemp. Jasper checks in 30 for 81, 26 runs batted in, 6 doubles. Jasper, really important. He finds a way on. He's 10 for 10 on stolen base attempts. Here's a pitch. A swing and a miss. A fastball. No balls and 2 strikes. Page ahead in the count. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Like a curveball. Stayed up high. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Aiden Smith on deck. There's a curveball. Stays up high. 2 balls and 2 strikes. You can see it good coming out of his hand, but he's got some sneaky pop to it. Strike 3 called on the outside corner, and that'll do it for Jasper. The Indians do get a run on 1 hit, a long ball. Bryce Russell. We're headed to the second. 1-0 to Adair County on the Indian Radio.
They treat your pets like family. From routine checkups, teeth cleaning, to emergency surgery and overnight boarding, as well as large animals. Located in Burkeville and Columbia, call them anytime at 270-864-2224. Just listen to what their clients have to say.
They came in after hours to help my fur baby.
Friendly staff and excellent treatment of my dogs.
Where tails wag and hearts heal. Call today.
Christy Irvin, nurse practitioner with TJ Health Columbia Clinic, provides quality care for the whole family. From wellness visits to pre-colonoscopy screenings, Christy provides expert, compassionate care for patients 6 months and up. Whether it's your toddler's checkup or preparing for your next procedure, Christy is here to keep you healthy every step of the way. Call the TJ Health Columbia Clinic today to schedule your next appointment.
Decker, Fentress, and Mosley in the top half of the second. Scoreboard update 1-0 brought to you by Landon Edwards at Adair County PVA. Here's a pop-up. It's going to be behind the plate. Whether you're buying, selling, or just curious about property values, Landon Edwards and his team, they're here to help. Visit the Adair County PVA office for accurate property assessments and friendly service. We appreciate Landon's service. We're straight behind this home plate area in a very nice press box. Here's a line drive down the right field line, foul ball. Just off the line, probably 6 feet foul. Ball was tailing. Indians get a break there. In the TJ Regional Health Broadcasting booth with 20 locations, TJ Regional Health promotes and provides for the health and wellness of the communities they serve. TJ Regional Health, total local care. Decker checks in at 342, 27 for 79 on the year. Swung on a high chopper to third. Smith backs up, to a long throw across, gets by Coomer as the runner's going to get back to first base. And what a job our catcher, who ran halfway down the right field line, Alex Martin, to back that one up. That's what you're supposed to do, but that is a long run for that young man. We're going to be nice today, and we're going to give Decker a base hit, but he was unable to make an accurate throw over there. That's going to bring up Fentress. 314, 22 for 70, 22 runs batted in for the South Warren team. Kemp comes set. Fastball's upstairs. 2 balls and no strikes. South Warren did have 2 hits in that first inning. The first one was to no avail as the Indians went 4-6-3 double play in the middle of the infield to erase the first base hit. Jagger was able to get out of that inning with a runner stranded at second with 2 outs. 1-0 Adair County on the Bryce Russell home run. Decker with a short lead. Here's a changeup, swing and a miss. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Decker, he's with a 2.5 step lead over there. Gets a huge jump, strike 3 call. Alex Martin did the right thing, as he had absolutely no shot at throwing Decker out. He does get a backwards K. Fastball located right on that outside corner. That's going to bring up Mosley. 259 on the year, 14 for 54. He's a right-handed hitter. Decker with a huge lead out there at second base. There's a curveball, drops in for a strike. No balls and a strike. Chris Gage, the head coach at South Warren, Region 4. They're 4-2 in district play. They did split with Bowling Green. We were ranked in the top 15. Indians with 5 pretty recent wins over top 25 opponents to sneak them in at 22 this week. A good win down at Whitley County, 1-0. Whitley County was ranked number 9 in the state. That game was played on Saturday. Here's a line drive back to Kemp. He's got to play at second, double play. As Jagger makes a great play. It was a reaction play. Ball hit right on the nose, but Jagger got a break that it was glove high. He just raised his glove, made a great catch, turns, and doubles up Decker at second base. So the second double play of the game for Adair County in 2 innings. We're going to take a break. Adair County leads South Warren 1-0 on the Indian Radio Network.
Easy it is to buy a quality used car in Columbia. They believe in fair prices, superior service, and treating customers right. Their friendly and knowledgeable sales staff is here to help you find the car you deserve, priced to fit your budget. Shop their virtual showroom of used cars, trucks, and SUVs online at jnsautosalesky.org. JNS Auto Sales, here to help you find that perfect car you deserve, priced to fit your budget.
Looking for reliable and affordable sanitation services in Kentucky? Look no further than Kentucky Sanitation Services. Whether you're tackling a big construction project or just need a small cleanup, offering containers for any size job. A local, friendly team and competitive prices. Discover the convenience and efficiency of working with Kentucky Sanitation Services. Visit their Facebook page to learn more or give them a call, 270-634-4637. Experience the difference with Kentucky Sanitation Services.
6, 7, and 8 for Adair County. Correction, 5, 6, 7 for Adair County. Smith, Kahn, and Sinclair in this bottom of the second inning. Indians lead it on the Bryce Russell home run. Here's a first pitch to Smith. Looked like some kind of slur for a swinging strike up in the zone. Aiden, 26 for 79 this year, 18 runs batted in. He's also 11 for 15 on the bases, swiping bags. There's a curveball, drops in. The ball doesn't have a lot of movement to it. It's more of like a changeup. It comes out of a different arm slot. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Curveball, he rips it into left center field. That should be extra bases. It is. It's going to two-hop the fence. Oh, Aiden had a double easy. He pulled up. I don't know if he slipped or what happened. But break for South Warrens. That ball got all the way to the fence. So Aiden is going to check in with a base hit. The way he runs, that should have been a double. But some of my colleagues up here tell me that he took a bad stumble right before he got to first base. So that's what happened. That's going to bring up Con. Con squares the bunt. He gets it down in front of the pitcher. He goes to first. Sacrifice is successful. It's going to bring up the DH Sinclair. Jackson Sinclair, 9 for 30 on the year. He's had some success. He was a part of that two-strike suicide barrage the Indians had against LaRue County. Had two-out suicide bunts that both were successful. And he was one of them. Page. Aiden Smith at second. Sinclair digs in. Here's a pitch. Down low for a ball. Good job by Sears to block that one up. Sinclair digs back in. Youngster getting some valuable playing time. Nothing like facing varsity pitching when you're an underclassman. Here's the pitch. Curveball, swing and a miss. That's more like a slider. Sinclair digs back in. He's a right-handed hitter. Not very big, but he gets his money's worth. Here's the pitch. Swung on, a ground ball to first. That's going to move the runner. Pearson's going to take it unassisted. It's going to bring up Brody Brock, the 8-hitter. Brody 14 for 52 this year, 14 runs batted in. He does have a pair of home runs. He does have some fan. He is a fan favorite of a few people I know are listening tonight. Here's a fastball, stays down low. Brody looking for a 2-out base hit that'll really help his team here. 1-0. Adair County leads it. Here's a 1-0 pitch. It stays downstairs. 2 balls and no strikes. Brody's going to get a good pitch right here. Getting in the 8 spot, 2-0. Swings, and here's a high chopper that's going to be foul at third base. Guess Brody knew it was going to be foul the whole way. Never left the box. Brody had a good swing at that ball. He just was out in front. 2 balls and a strike. Adair County trying to get on the board here in the second inning. Swung on. He was on time that time. Fouled it straight back at us. He's going to get that. He's going to get that slur right here. He had an awful good rip at that fastball. 2 balls and a strike. We're all even at 2-2. It's cleared off. The flag in center field is virtually motionless. There's a curveball. There it was. Stayed upstairs. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Usually there's some kind of wind blowing here at this ballpark. Swung on. Here's a line drive down the left field line. It's going to hook foul by about 3 feet. Home plate umpire right on it. The lines are nice and wide out there. It was easy to tell. Brody about 3 feet there from a double. Digs back in. Page. From the set. Swing and a miss on a fastball outside corner. Strikes Brody Brock out, and that'll do it for Adair County. They get no runs. They get a hit. They leave a runner. We're headed to the top of the third. 1-0 Adair County on the Indian Radio Network.
I'm a 2023 high school graduate and a Lindsey Wilson College student. I'm well on my way to earning my degree in Human Services and Counseling and Christian Ministries. At LWC, I've met new people, had the opportunity to become involved on campus, and I have loved being part of campus ministries. Visit today and you will want to make Lindsey Wilson College your home too. Call the admissions office at 270-384-8100 or email us at admissions@lindsey.edu.
You're always welcome at the Fiesta Mexico Authentic Mexican Restaurant in Columbia. There you will experience some of the finest Mexican foods around. Try their daily lunch specials with favorites like chalupa, taco salad, or fajita chimichanga. They'll get you in and out and be back to work in a flash. For dinner, they offer mouthwatering enchiladas, burrito supreme, pollo acapulco, and many other favorites. And don't forget about booking your Christmas parties at Fiesta Mexico. They will gladly serve your large group. To make your reservation, call them today at 270-384-6004.
Pearson 8-9-1 for South Warren here in the top of the third on a game that's moving pretty quickly. There's a fastball call strike on the outside corner. Pearson 232, 16 for 69. Curveball way outside for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. We want to thank all of our sponsors: Giz Construction, Franklin Nissan, Adair County PVA, Landon Edwards, McDonald's, Cumberland Park Pipeline, foul back, Gypsy Jolie, Barger Insurance, First and Farmers National Bank, Bank of Columbia, Animal Care Vet Center, Edward Jones, Joe Willis Financial Advisor, Jamie Richard, Adair County Sheriff, Adair County Farm Bureau North, that's Boomer Lewis. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Here's a pitch. Swung on and hit hard to center field. Gist right at him, makes a play. Game Day Sports, Fiesta Mexico, Adair County Board of Education, TJ Health Columbia, J&S Auto Sales, Kentucky Sanitation, and Lindsey Wilson College. So Pearson on 1 and 2 hit it right on the screws, but he flew right at Gist, who was had him play perfectly in center field. That's going to bring up Sears, 298, 14 for 47. Here's a curveball that clips him. It's going to be a hit by pitch. So that's going to be a hit by pitch. Going back to the top of the order, Page. A sharp single his first time up. Right up the middle. Page 366, 26 for 71. He scored 32 runs for this team, 3 home runs, and he has walked 27 times. Sears gets a decent lead at first. Here's a fastball that hangs upstairs. Page hits from the right side. Maybe one left-handed hitter in this lineup today. There's a curveball that stays away for a ball. 2 balls and no strikes. Fastball upstairs. 3 balls and no strikes. Here's a call strike at the knees. All the way back. 3 balls and a strike. Page, 1 for 1, looking to add to that. Here's a 3-1 pitch. Bounces up there. Ball 4, and Ryan McQuarrie's going to come out and make a visit. Jagger been in a pretty good groove. He looked a little out of sorts with that hitter. Coach McQuarrie's going to come out and probably talk something about his mechanics. When he has missed, he's missed up in the zone. Adair County leads it 1-0, but South Warren with runners on first and second. One out in the inning. Reese Grubbs behind the plate today. Scoreboard updates brought to you by Landon Edwards at Adair County PVA, our streaming sponsor today, First and Farmers National Bank, and our broadcast booth sponsor, TJ Regional Health, Total Local Care. That's going to bring up Perkins. Perkins only 38 at-bats this year. Looks like he's getting to play a little bit of late. 13 for 38 on the year. He's hitting in the 2 spot. Pitch is upstairs for a ball. He's going to step off. Looked like he had something in his eye. He steps back on. Runners at first and second, one out. Adair County leads it 1-0. Here's a pitch, way outside for a ball. Gets away from Martin, and he has no throw. Ball just popped out of Martin's mitt. That's going to be a pass ball. Two and 0. That's 6 straight out of the zone for Jagger. Here's a fastball at the knees. 2 balls and a strike. Ball bounces up there. Good block by Martin. Brandon Perkins. Playing center field today. Here's a 3-1 pitch. Swung on a hard ground ball at Russell. Comes up, hits him right in the, up under the, between the chest and the Adams apple. He's a little bit shook up. That ball was hit right on the nose. Just hope it didn't break a bone up there. Easy to break a collarbone on a hop like that. That ball was hit right on the screws. A run's going to score. He was able, when it hit him in the neck area, it deadened the ball. So only 1 run scored. That's going to move Page to third base. That's going to bring up Raridan. Dangerous hitter right here. 475. There's a fastball, stays up and away. He's hit 4 home runs this year, 16 doubles. Kemp, Perkins is going. Here's a curveball. They're going to throw through. The runner's going to take off from third and score. So right there, if you're Alex Martin, looked like Adair County had no cut play on or anything. You got to be peeking at that guy at third. That's going to score Page. 2 balls and no strikes as Perkins goes to second. Here's a 2-0 pitch, swung on and fouled back. He got right in on Raridan's hands. Raridan digs back in. 1 out in the inning. South Warren scored 2 runs. Swung on. Here's a line drive in the left center field. That's a base hit. Giz cuts it off. He's going to throw it to his cut guy, Braden Coomer, and the umpire had to do a belly flop to get out of the way. Umpire was right in line with the center fielder, and Coomer went right over his ear. So Rardon gets a base hit and an RBI. I scored Perkins.
No, Perkins didn't score.
There no run scored? No run scored. So Perkins held at third. No RBI for Rardon. Swung on. Here's a high, deep fly into right center field. Gist has got it measured. He's going to throw to the plate. One hops it, and Coomer tried to cut it off, but short hopped over his glove. The runner safe at the plate. So Perkins does score. Give Krogan a sac fly and an RBI. 3-1 South Warren. That's going to bring up Decker with 2 outs. Rardon on second. 3 runs in the inning for South Warren. They've only got 1 hit in the inning. One Adair County error, and it wasn't really Bryce's fault. That ball really came up hard on him. A hit by pitch and a walk. His pitch goes behind him. Decker singled his first time up. 27 for 79, 23 runs batted in on the year, 8 doubles. Curveball stays down for a ball. Swung on. Here's a line drive into deep left field. Brock goes back against the wall. Can't make the play. 1 run's going to score. He's going to cruise into second. Decker with a double. Four runs in the inning for South Warren. It's going to bring up Fentress. He struck out looking his last time up. Pitch stays up high for a ball. 1 ball and no strikes. 4 runs in. Curveball down and away for a ball. Swung on and foul straight back. 2 balls and a strike. Had some weather move through the area earlier today, but cleared off to a beautiful afternoon for baseball. At a 6 o'clock start, here's a curveball for a strike. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Normally, every start's 5 o'clock Central Time. This first pitch was 6 o'clock Central Time. So the lights are already on here at the Adair County High School baseball field. Swung on and hooked foul down the third base line. Fentress 22 for 70 this year, 17 runs batted in. .314. swing and a miss, and that'll do it for Fentress, and that'll do it for South Warren here in the top of the third. But not before they get 4 runs on 2 base hits. They leave a runner. We played 2.5 innings, 4-1 South Warren on the Indian Radio Network.
Hey, I'm hitting McDonald's for a coffee run. How do you take your coffee?
With an Egg White Delight McMuffin.
You take your coffee with an Egg White Delight.
What's coffee without breakfast?
Right. Okay, how about you, Joe?
1 cream, 1 sugar, 1 Egg White Delight.
Uh-huh. John?
Black.
So you don't want an Egg White Delight?
No, I want 2 of them. McDonald's McCafe coffee and the Egg White Delight McMuffin are great apart, but amazing together. So, how do you take yours? McCafe, proud to serve the U.S. Olympic and Paralympic teams and participate in McDonald's.
At Animal Care Veterinarian Center, they treat your pets like family. From routine checkups, teeth cleaning, to emergency surgery and overnight boarding, as well as large animals. Located in Burkesville and Columbia, call them anytime at 270-864-2224. Just listen to what their clients have to say.
They came in after hours to help my fur baby.
Friendly staff and excellent treatment of my dogs.
Where tails wag and hearts heal. Call today.
Yeah, me too. We're back on the Indian Radio Network for the Indians in their third of the inning. 9-1-2, Gist, Martin, and Coomer. Gist, 16 for 76. He's 15 out of 16 on the bases. Very effective if he can get on base. Swung on. Here's a ground ball up the middle. Good play by Rorden. He throws across to Pearson. Bang, bang play at first. Gist is called out, and that's the first out of the inning. Thought that ball might find a hole, but Rorden ranged to his left and got rid of it quickly. So that play is going to go 6-3, and that's going to bring up Alex Martin. Alex also grounded to shortstop his first time up. There's a fastball away. There's a pitch. It's a fastball. It's below the knees. 2 balls and no strikes. Martin takes a ball down low. The home plate umpire's trying to get out of the way there. 3 balls and no strikes. Here's a call strike at the knees. Swung on. Here's a line drive into right center field. It's hooking back toward Fentress. He makes the play. That